YouTube, it is Camille Scotsman here, and today we are going to be talking about planes. Yes, planes. Not boats, planes. So this is me trying to start up my channel again. My other videos need to be burnt because they were terrible. And I'm going to be working with Spitfire, another great YouTuber who you should check out, so we can do videos together and stuff. So anyway, crack on with the video. As you see on the screen, this is a B-17 Flying Fortress. One of the most famous daylight bombings. One of the most famous daylight bombers there is. It worked with the Lancaster, which is the next plane, and that would bomb in the day, the Lancaster would bomb in the night. So it's just one of these sort of famous aircraft. There's a lot more like it, like the B-29, the B-52, but that's not in World War II. Pretty much all these planes were in World War II. Anyway, I'll move on to the statistics. As you can see, there's two pilots. Top turret, who's usually the flight engineer, ball turret, which is notably the worst space to be in, as I've read about and heard, the tail gunner, two waist gunners, and the bombardier, who would usually control the cheek turret, but on earlier models there was no cheek turret, but that was added there to counteract the fact that there was fighters attacking from the front. There was a radio operator who had this little gun here that would stick up and shoot, you know, bit handy. Anyway, next plane, Lancaster, as I was talking about. This would fly at night, low level. That would do its job. This was probably another, if not one of the best bombers in World War II for its time. It was amazing. It used an electronic bombing sight which could pretty much nail anything. But it was famous for its carpet bombing and high destruction. As you can see, it's got a front turret and the bombardier at the front, one pilot and its navigator, top turret which could cover sides and around, and the tail gunner. However, these were all turrets, so there was no need for guns sticking out. And it had a high bomb load because it didn't have the ball turret, because it wasn't needed, because it was flying so low. And it had a radio operator as well, near the front, about here-ish. Next plane, oh, the Spitfire. That defended the skies of Britain in the Battle of Britain. Battle of Britain, convenient. Anyway, this would held off the German Luftwaffe from invading any further into Europe because since it held off, the Royal Navy could then devastate any ships that came through. So after all, it was a very good fighter and did its job properly. Sorry, coughing. But this is the later Mark, the Mark 20, which was probably a completely different design and shape and everything, and you know, wasn't even the same sort of fighter. Completely different. Then you have the Bf-109, which was German, as you can see from the emblems, the nice colour scheme. I like the yellowness. But basically, the Bf-109 was sort of the opposer of the Spitfire, the P51. However, it had been upgraded so much that it couldn't be upgraded anymore, therefore they had to make a new plane called the Focke-Wulf, which was brilliant, and everyone called it the Butcher Bird because, well, it was butchering fighters. But anyway, I'll talk about that one in a later video. And it had diagonal wings. That'd be a bit weird. Yeah, I got diagonal wings. Dead. Anyway, its landing gear was diagonal, so it could land on very bumpy terrain and makeshift airfields, whereas the Spitfire and the Hurricane had straight wheels, which meant that it could only land on tarmac or pretty flat grass. Lastly, we had the P51 Mustang, an American fighter, very great for its time. It could support the B-17s at long range, which was great. The Spitfire didn't have the range because it was designed to fight over Britain, not over Europe, whereas this was. It could go the distance, it could fight. It wasn't like the other fighters which are slow and sluggish. This could go up against the Focke-Wulf, the Bf-109, and plus, it had a British engine in it, the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, which made it a fantastic fighter. And then here's another snapshot of it's a nice looking fighter. That and the Spitfire were probably one of the two best fighters made in World War II. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment. What can I do better? What would you like to see in this channel? And thanks for watching, folks. Bye. Have a good time.